Hello, my first video after a while. Sorry for disappearing, but life has been a bit difficult, and also the very hot summer we ended having over here in Cordoba didn't help much the situation to have energy and not be sweating a lot while trying to work. I don't have any AC unit in my workspace, only a ceiling fan, and was not the best situation sometimes to work. So I want to present a few boards that I currently have for a few of my projects. So you can see what I will be trying to do for the channel in this next months. Please try to subscribe to my other channel as well, because I am going to eventually stop uploading retro computer hardware videos to my current channel. I want to remain focused on astronomy and use the channel for other private things in the project, so I need to separate things. So that is that. Please subscribe to my other. I will put a link in the description. So let's see the boards. All these boards are being rescued from in-waste, basically. Not been powering them up in this video, but all of them works, and they have a few interesting quirks, at least for me. For example, this board is an Asus one, has a Pentium 4, but it already has PCI Express, but it's still DDR1. So it is kinda curious for me to, for example, compare to my Prescott. This also has a Prescott Pentium 4, but I want to compare this one with my current Prescott system to see what video card maybe I can put here, and with the same memory but a PCI card but better performance can get from this system compared to my other Pentium 4. So that is that. This one is the latest I have recovered from being wasted. It's still quite sad and full of dust. The support here is broken, but I have one to replace. And this is curious by similar reasons. It's DDR2, limited to 2 GB according to the manual. I had to see a BIOS can do a BIOS update can do something about it, but I don't think so. But it still has an AGP. So DDR1, PCI Express, DDR2, AGP. Okay. And was with no processor, of course. This is a Cepron from my stash. I used it to rebuy the board. So it has to be a video restoration with this one. But it's something interesting for a project. Have a bit of the rust there, but should not be a problem. And this one, maybe you have seen my video about smoke test of my old Fresco router. This was the board inside that computer. It originally have a Pentium 200 MMX, and I could replace that with IBM 686 PR233 processor, meaning that is a 200 processor meant to performance like a 233. Tested, seems to be working. I have to mount it again in a case and install a proper system. That is that. And finally, for the moment, this machine that has kind of interesting background is a Gigabyte motherboard. This machine was not used, was very used from 1999 until 2 years ago in a store as a billing machine, working 6 days a week for all those years pretty much. It has a interesting history there. It still works for the mostly. I kinda want to restore the entire thing, the entire case. You can see all the grime. When I took out the commission of the store, I only removed the most covered layer of dust, let's say, but still need a lot to clean. There is a couple interesting things I want to check in the future in the machine. For example, you maybe are seeing why all those serial ports. Well, the reason for that is in one point the serials on board ports stopped working, and they needed both working because the physical printers were connected to both, and they needed the machine to not stop being used for a few hours at most. So in that moment, my quick and dirty solution was to add, and you can see it a bit better. Sorry, so remove the cable. An IDE controller. Put a flash. Yeah, there you go. An IDE controller to give the extra ports we needed to replace those with these two. So that was the quick and dirty solution. Worked. I don't know, was still used about 3 years more or something like that after this. And yeah, my intention is to see, it's possible to see what happened with the original ones and see what can be done, and update the system to a more proper thing, to with an interesting retro system. Currently, if my memory is right, this is a Celeron 500, I think, I remember correctly. I remember the RAM. I may have robbed one DIMM from here, don't quite remember. This one is pretty stock. I think this wasn't removed in 20 years from here. So we are going to do a quick smoke test to see what happens. And yeah, these units, the optical floppy, and been disconnected for I don't know how long. This is another thing. This obviously is not the original PCU. Maybe probably going to replace this one for a more time-appropriate PCU. Have a few lying around and see what we can do with this. Have a bit of corrosion there. All these years was working in an ambient with a lot of dust and dust containing metal, oils, ample sample of crabs. So it's actually not so bad, taking all that in consideration. So yeah, that is going to be interesting. Maybe to remove the board, sand it a bit, and see what we can do. So I'm going to pause it to put in the workbench and see if we can do a quick smoke test. If we need more RAM, well, I have my bag of DIMM memories over here, so that's not going to be a problem. We'll be back in a sec. Well, we are back. Only connected the keyboard's screen. See what happens. I don't remember the memory thing. I went to see it went to put up after 2 years, so I have to add a memory. Should be running Windows 95. Let's see. Okay, it's missing a memory. Yeah. Because it beeps. So I'm going to pause and add a memory bank. Well, that is done. Add 64 megabyte from my pile. A 64 megabyte stick. See what happens now. Still not happy. No, still not happy. Okay, let's check out the memory again. Remove the original bank that was pretty stuck there. See what happens. Are you happy? Looks like the other bank is not getting along with the new one, or has a problem. Again, didn't power out this thing in a long time. Yeah, 100 clock Celeron was correct. That should be booting up at Windows 95. Oh, Windows 95 Internet Explorer. Windows 97, let's say. So yeah, I don't remember really what was the original configuration. I will test out this bank separately. Maybe just crossed. Will not be a surprise given the layer of fine dust we can see even in this illustrious SES 6326. Okay, where you go? See, got the flash. Was yeah, escape. And there we go. There is nothing personal in the desktop, so don't worry. Should be detecting the 64 megabyte I put up. Yep, the stick is tested. So yeah, it is working like before. I don't remember the original memory, so I should be stolen the one that was there. Maybe a 128 megabyte bank, probably. So not too much of importance. It's going to be an interesting restoration project. I can't no, because it's nothing particular special or crazy about the machine, but rather because the machine is a survivor, being used for, let's say, 20 years and still mostly working, aside the issue with the ports. I will check that later. I think that rather to go to e-waste, it's going to be a funny idea to try to repair, upgrade, because this Gigabyte board have a lot of potential for upgrades, and see what we can get away with. So again, thanks for watching the video. Probably my continuation is going to be with this one, maybe cleaning up with one of the other boards. And thank you for watching. I am still alive. Now that we are in a more sensible temperatures, at least for me, with autumn and lighter weather coming, I will try to put out more videos and be in touch. See you later, people.